Trash to Cash Podcast, episode 162. I'm Dave, as always, and with me is Carrie, American Arbitrage, and over in the fourth square is Kevin, the Commonwealthy.
It's a third. It's actually the second square. There's two squares.
We went garage sailing with Wealthy Man today.
Oh my
gosh.
Man,
did he spend a lot. He didn't let us buy anything. Literally, like everywhere I went, he wouldn't let me buy anything.
He had to sharpen the elbows and everything.
Yeah, he elbows me.
I didn't just compete
takes
with
all the
you.
Polly
I had
Pockets.
to compete with Julian.
Talking to the mic. Bring the mic.
Learn how to speak into a microphone.
Bring it closer to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like being too
close. Well, you have to be, or they won't be able to hear.
Yeah, you can't be so casual.
Actually, I'm going to move it around.
You guys look big, really big in the last podcast, and I'm glad that, Yeah,
that's messed up. That's hurtful. We don't all have old man belly like you.
I'm getting there. So Kevin called us fat. That's a good way to start the episode.
Yeah, that's kind of mean. Starting off on a negative tilt.
For the full body.
It's good. It's
having the full body.
It's nice that we get the real Kevin in this podcast.
Yeah,
the real Kevin.
They get to see who he really is.
It's also off-centered a little bit, but I'll make it through. I'll get it. We're good.
You're fine. Just
good.
Well, did he somehow? I moved the mic and he somehow got further away from it.
They're going to be able to hear Kevin in this podcast, I think.
I was told I could have a nap. You told me we were going to wait till
it's been 30 minutes. How long?
What have you been doing?
I said, Carrie, I know you're tired.
I am tired.
Yeah, Dave, it's nonstop.
I am tired.
Nonstop.
I go
into a yard sale today, and I'm like looking at the first table. By the time I got done with the first table, Dave and Carrie were in the third room.
The key with me is you just got to find cards. Then I'll be there and chill. But until then, I'm just running around looking for anything interesting.
True. We met a famous person today.
Yeah.
We ran in, and this was like not even staged.
Beard King Picker.
Planned. We ran into Beard King Picker.
Yeah, the book god.
Something like that. Bearded thrift machine.
One of the thrifter
picker.
Resellers that have beards.
It's a guy who was invited on the show and never came on.
Yeah, that was hurtful.
I'm still holding a grudge.
Yeah. I don't even think we should talk about him. He's got 140,000 subscribers
is he
by
bigger than
luck.
you, Kev? He's more famous than you are.
He is.
How does that make you feel?
Did that make you feel small?
Makes me feel great. I did a video.
Is that why you covered your camera when he was near you?
Like years ago, I was like, down in Myrtle Beach, thought, we could do a little collab and, help his channel out. And now I'm
helping his channel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow.
That's like when I helped Kayla's channel out. Literally.
Yeah, oh, gosh.
I had more subscribers than her at the time.
Yeah, but those weren't real subscribers.
I was helping her out.
Russian bots,
and now she's just like...
Allegedly.
The queen of the castle, as they say.
Master of the house.
Yeah. Master of my house.
Master, I don't know the song,
but
I just referenced it, but I don't know it.
Well,
it was a good day. It was a fun day.
Yeah. Del Taco?
I mean, we made some money.
I got you 4 ketchups and you didn't use any of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably made 26K today.
all off softcore pornography.
Cornered the market on Daytona calendars from 1988.
Yeah, if you're looking for, that's some good stories right there.
1988 Daytona calendars.
Photographer.
Kevin, so we went to a yard sale. I'm going to pull this away from you just a little because Kevin's so far away. Yeah. That'll make it a little bit more even.
All right.
But yeah, so Kevin found, me and Carrie both looked. We're like, nah, this isn't something someone ever should buy. But Kevin's like, but I have viewers.
It's also crass.
Yeah, it's inappropriate. Yeah.
It was a girl calendar. It wasn't like
I
racy
saw
or anything.
I saw a lot of skin. And
he may or may not have bought 450 calendars. Is the moral of the story.
And we found one comp for $58, right?
One comp, one sold, 400
times
listed.
450 is $26,100.
Yeah, all right, just ask them. Would you buy 450 calendars?
There's no way I would have bought
140? That. No, 120.
140.
140. For 450 calendars. One comp for $58.88 plus shipping, none listed.
Yeah, which literally I showed you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I will say this, and Dave's been very kind, so don't take this the wrong way.
I've taken it the wrong way. You've already called me fat. What's next?
He pointed out plenty of things today. Yeah. I was making my way around. I saw those. I literally in the video told the lady, I said, I'm going to go look at those calendars and check them out. And then I walk over there, and Dave shows me the comp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
I was saving you time. I'm
like, jeez. I mean, you couldn't not buy it. But he also did this. He kind of messed me up because we're literally have got in the car and driving away. And he says, you don't want other pickers to buy the rest of them.
It's a valid point.
It's a great point. I was totally right.
He bought 4 boxes, 25 per box, 100 calendars, right?
$10 a box.
$10 a box. And I said, the guy had mentioned he had like 10 to 15 more boxes. Yep. As we're driving away, I'm like, don't you want to own the market? Because if a bunch of pickers come for the next 4 days of the sale, because only Thursday,
competition.
Then each of those lists a calendar for
nothing brings a reseller more joy than undercutting Kevin.
So I've already burned 10 of the boxes in Dave's backyard just to reduce the quantity. So
now they're more rare. That's a good idea, actually. We should burn some. We could do a fire pit pack and cook some.
I feel like he's just going to have them all around his shed.
I thought the most bizarre thing, though, was the guy the lady telling us it was her daughter that was the.
And then showed us her daughter.
Her daughter, like literally. Well, she was.
My daughter
she was
here in this.
Yeah.
Skimpy bathing suit.
It wasn't even a bathing suit on the top. She was naked on the top. She had a leather jacket.
She had a jacket covering it up.
Just covering.
Well, she wasn't naked. I wouldn't have bought that.
No, naked under the jacket.
He tried to make me buy a Playboy.
Yeah,
he tried.
Wow.
Dave wasn't filming today, so
Dave didn't like that Playboy, to be fair, because it had too many articles in it. Is what he said.
All the articles.
It was an old school one where they used to write in it.
I told Kevin that if he comes down, that on Thursday I'd go out with him and not record. That was, the only way he'll actually go out with me.
I'm already in trouble. I bought 9 brand new Hooters calendars last week.
So it's like
a little late for the midlife crisis, but he's into it.
This is like when you have a little taste, your first try is free, and all of a sudden you have 450 more.
Then you're on the floor.
Heather's like, no, you
don't
don't understand.
Zen or whatever, just convulsing.
I was like, Kevin, I get it was just 9, but I know this is just the beginning. And now he's gonna come home with a trailer full of adult calendars.
He's got the.
I got a couple I could sell you.
All
too.
I gotta do is sell 3 of them at that price, and I'm good to go. I don't think I'll sell 1 at that price, to be honest with you.
$58.99.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you just list it as a quantity 1 and wait for a year.
He's got the pornography market covered in Bedford from now on.
Pornography.
No, they weren't fully nude.
I thought you stole the pinup. We were at a sale and there were 2 pinup.
Did they find it?
Things. They did find it. They found it over there. I don't know. You probably picked it up. Did you ever pick that thing up?
I picked up the whole stack and put it right back down.
No, I mean the pinup. The girl, not the calendars. There's an old vintage 50s.
Oh, in the frame.
Girl. Yeah,
I picked that. That's what I'm saying. I picked that pile up and put it back down.
They found it over there. I thought somebody stole it.
Someone probably just moved it. Maybe I moved it. I don't even know when I'm moving things at crash sales.
Florida's terrible. Nobody move here to pick.
Yeah, there's no picking here. I agree.
Nothing going on.
Kevin did not find a bag of vintage Polly Pockets.
Oh, that was
awesome. Yeah, he did not find that.
Y'all, I
found a ton of cards.
I found. We went to 5 sales today.
4.
4?
2 estate sales, then that one family sale, then one in Benel. Oh, yeah, you're right. We went to that 5th one.
We went to 5 sales today, and I got as much or more than I would have if I went to 30
on a Thursday.
Oh, yeah, we got it on a Thursday. It's pretty nice, I got to say. But don't move here. It's terrible.
No, it is terrible. Don't come here. Is it Okay, I was just checking that to make sure it wasn't covering Kevin. Anyways, so we're here all in the same room. Now, do you think Kevin should move here? No, I don't know if I want Kevin
I just like that my store's on vacation and I'm selling more than Dave.
Am I selling anything? I don't think I've sold anything today.
Dawn is home working. You're probably selling
she sold some stuff. Let me see. What have we sold?
I sold Mario Kart for the Wii just now. Thank you very much.
Let's see.
How much do you think I sold Mario Kart for?
I might have the biggest sales of the week, though. We might have the biggest sales of the week with the 2 Franklin Mint Princess Diana dolls.
20. What's Wii going for now? 20? Is it going 24?
$29.90, but I had the wheel.
Oh, well. Okay.
The wheel makes a difference.
Let's see this.
Ooh, I accidentally just slid left and the sale deleted.
Oh.
What does that mean? Did I just delete a sale? Is that possible?
No.
Or I deleted the notification of the sale, maybe.
There you go. That's it.
But the sale itself should still be there. I don't know. No, I was going to say tomorrow me and Carrie are going picking.
Okay.
Just you
I'm
and
not
I.
going.
Oh, really?
That's right. I've got you on too much footage.
Oh, yeah, because Kevin has to go with
he's going with
Mike again. Don't you have plenty of footage with Mike?
Yeah, probably. It's just, it's not about footage with somebody else. It's about not having footage with you.
Wow.
That's hurtful, but
no, I'm kidding. Listen,
that's exactly what it is,
today.
though.
It was really good. Neither one of them had a camera, which was awesome. Carrie didn't even know he was going picking today.
Yeah.
And I didn't really either. But Dave made me a nice breakfast and got me excited, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to roll. And
can we add some clarification into that? That was very vague.
Got him
He
excited.
made you breakfast and got you excited.
I got him excited, then made him breakfast.
All right, I gotta tell you, here's the story. This is the difference between picking where I pick and picking down here. Dave tells me last night before I go to bed, he's like, hey, there's a sale at 8 o'clock tomorrow. It looks really good. I'm like, okay, what time you want to go? And he's like, 8:30. Like, what? So I literally woke up this morning thinking, we can go, we can not go, whatever, I'm okay. And I could not get back to sleep. this morning. I'm like,
but it was like 7,
it's
so it was
insane
already
to
late.
me. I'm like,
You already
I'm
should have
gonna
been
get up and talk to Dave, and I'm gonna be like, let's get there like at 7:45 at least, whatever.
That didn't happen.
And then and at 7:30 he starts making breakfast. I'm like, dude, what are we doing here? We can't. There's a yard sale out there, and somebody's gonna beat us to all this stuff. That's my world.
But there's more
Not down
stuff
here.
out there. It doesn't matter if you
it
get the
doesn't
stuff
matter.
at that
Sale,
sale.
just tons
This
of
is
stuff
perfect for me.
everywhere.
Like I could just arrive at 11:30 and get a massive video game haul.
Or a freaking Spuds McKenzie
I got
light up $250 sign.
Yeah, we're
For
keeping
did you pay
keeping
full
that.
price for that?
I paid 30 cents. I just paid with it.
Yeah.
That's gonna go just on the wall in our house. We're just keeping that because we're a Spuds McKenzie house.
Well, what I told Kevin was because it's like it's all year yard sale down here, which is probably that way in some of Texas and stuff too. In Southern California is probably so there's a lot of places like that. Even Vegas is kind of like that.
Vegas
right?
is. It gets really hot though in the summer.
We always like can just
desert.
go to a different sale. If we miss stuff at one sale, the people are consumers and they all have tons of crap and they all need to get rid of it.
A lot of
so
old
there's
people.
always another sale out
Lots
there.
of old people here in estate sales where because they had
Yeah.
died because they were old and they're no longer old because they're dead.
So this is kind of the progression of life that Kevin's starting to have to come to grips with.
Kevin's
will
like on
say-
the bottom of the step-by-step roller coaster right now.
That almost every sale I went to today, it was clear. Either somebody said it or you could tell somebody was dead.
Yeah,
Almost
it's-
every sale.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen.
Have you ever seen somebody like still in the room?
The body,
They just had to like lock
frequently
the door.
I see the body, yeah.
Logan Murray.
Yeah.
Logan Murky, I hope you're
But
all right, buddy.
It's a different world, and there's also less competition because it can be so spread out because there's so many opportunities that people can be. So there's a flea market today. We didn't even hit it, but there was a lot of competition probably over at the flea market. You know, there's just so much.
And I see the same exact people at every. I mean, you see them. I made them characters in my videos because they're at every sale.
Yeah, and I see similar characters, especially in my town. Like there's a casket, but I don't,
Yeah, you don't
have the
exploit them
prowess
for views.
Well, and I don't have the skill to remember their names, even if I've met
Honest
them 400
Tim,
times. Like
Syphilis
maybe
Steve.
I
I don't
should
know
do
all
something
the
like
names
that.
of Kevin's characters.
I should do something like that, like baldy guy. Because he's a
It's
little
not as
bald.
good. You got to make
Hat
it more.
fella.
You got to make it more folksy and whimsical.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Truck
very
guy.
aware of the surroundings. the
Straw Hat
settings.
Steve.
Yeah, there
Dave
you go.
is tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And literally room to room. Do you do that when you pick by yourself too? Do you do that?
I
boom,
try
boom,
not to
boom,
pick by
boom?
myself ever.
It's crazy. I
hate
don't
picking by
understand.
myself.
I would feel like I would leave that yard sale and I'd be like, what did I leave behind? Because I think I don't know. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but you go and it's like you're looking at. It's like you're trying to hit those big hitters. You go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Would you just leave after that, or would you come back through?
It depends. I usually stay long enough to annoy my mom. So
I think it's a weakness of mine.
I go
actually,
through
that
more
I
than
start
once
digging
usually.
before I look through.
See, I do think that's
think
a
it's a
weakness
weakness.
because, especially if you have a competitive area, you need to go grab all the good stuff and then do round two.
And I
that
do think
people
it
are less likely
depends.
to
Like
find.
early in the morning, I might not dig through at the beginning. I might go through, depending on what I got the rest of
I
the
like
day.
to do an overall walk around, and then I'll pick what I want to go back to. Like the plush bins. I walked right past the plush bins at this estate sale. They were $5 plush. I'm like, there's probably money in there,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
it's
$5. I'm going to keep
plush
walking.
bins, yeah.
So I walk around. I found the Care Bears. Told you about those, and I'm walking to the other room. Like this room, I'm not coming back to. And then I go back to the rooms I'm interested in. And I would have stayed in that room with the ornaments much longer, but I saw Julian and his wife going all at it, and I'm like, I'll just let them.
But see, I did get, and thank you for the Care Bears. I would have got to that room.
You would have,
So if
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
didn't buy them first.
Yeah.
Which I would say it's very possible that Bearded Thrift
Julian
Machine,
could've
Julian or
bought those if
Kayla
he
would have
had
bought
seen
them,
them
right?
first,
Kayla
yeah.
had saw it, had already made a deal with them, but
Yeah.
so I don't know. It's give and take, but I did find because I did find those two Hello Kitty 70s made in Japan pieces for $1 a piece. So I don't know. I just like to dig.
No, I think
like
it's.
to find
I
that
think
stuff.
I am at the point now where I do both. I just like to pick where I'm gonna dig after I see everything. Because what if you spend an hour digging through the mediocre
agree.
stuff?
That's why I said it's a weakness.
and ignore the good stuff.
I have a different way I do it. I do neither.
Yeah,
I don't really browse and I don't really dig.
trying not to shake my legs. A lot of people commented. I have
Oh yeah, I'm
ADD.
shaking my legs a lot
It's
too.
very hard for me to be still. Like normally
It's
when the
weird, 'cause
podcast
usually-
happens, I'm like,
Usually it's the camera's just focused on the moneymaker.
You can see our whole body.
But right now it's on the
it's on the twig.
the
and two
flagellator.
berries.
I don't know.
Hey,
what that
Buckeye
It's very
State
hard
Flip
for me not
says
to
you
use.
lost subs because it took too long to mention poop. So I wanted to get that out there.
Yes,
early in the
guys.
video.
Any poop stories lately?
People said this looked like something.
Yeah.
And we also know that we have
does.
way
Very
more
phallic.
females watching this than we thought.
I thought we had a lot.
Jack says, I'm a member of your female audience. I find you hilarious. Occasionally reselling tips and puppies. Win-win.
Yeah.
I like puppies.
You got how many animals here?
What do you think of the puppies,
That
Kev?
doesn't like me. The
Dude,
puppies are amazing.
Oh, Molly
They like
senses
me.
evil when
Yeah,
Kevin's
she-
around.
I've never had
Molly
dog that
hates
like me,
Kevin.
ever. Like,
Oh
except for
my
maybe a
gosh.
few barks the first time you meet them, but
Yeah.
that's it.
Nothing
Molly-
brings me more joy.
I gave Molly bacon 3 times this morning and still nothing.
She loves
she-
everyone too. It's
No,
really
it's-
kind of weird.
It hurts
No,
my
like
feelings.
it kind of like all the things we can't perceive about Kevin, but we know are true. Like Molly sees.
Well, like the
Molly
dog
sees
stuff.
all.
We've had the dog conversation a few times about Kevin, and I think Molly has heard it and knows.
Yes, I think Molly's a smart
She's
dog.
like, I
and
listen
knows,
to Trash to Cash.
knows
I'm not
the
getting close
danger.
to that guy.
Like, that's chloroform. Get that away from me.
Does chloroform work on a dog?
Hey, Sherry.
Kevin?
I'm
Kevin,
72
does
no,
chloroform
I have no
work on a
idea.
dog?
72-year-old female. I watch for laughs. Once in a while, there's some good reselling content, but it's really for the laughs. I tell my husband about some of the content and call you all my guys.
Yeah,
She's
He
our
knows
gal.
who I'm talking
she's our
about.
gal. She's
she
our
got 4
she's
thumbs
our
up,
ragtime gal.
Come on, my darling.
Come on, my
baby.
sweetheart.
Okay, so
That's from Kevin's era.
Sunday
He
is
loved that.
Sunday is a garage sale at the Container,
Oh yeah.
Nice.
and there's the Mike Tyson
You can't
fight.
advertise it before. This isn't coming out till Tuesday.
Well,
They missed it.
So hey, Tuesday people. The
Guess
garage
what?
sale happened,
You missed it.
and we all were shot.
David was selling stuff out of
Rest
his-
in peace.
All 3 of us.
In memoriam.
Oh,
Roll
we
it.
almost all 3 died today on 3 different
3
occasions.
times, yeah.
We
That's
wiped
pretty
out
good.
3 YouTube channels.
Listen, you got
Yeah, we were
Mine
wondering if
was
we
full
were
of
famous. We were talking about this. If we were famous enough to get a mention on some website somewhere.
somewhere.
Because
I think all
amongst
3 of
all
us
of us,
died, yeah.
amongst all of us, there's almost 2 million subs. Most of them are mine. But among the 3 of us, I'm just saying.
I think I mentioned that we should get a Don McLean song and carry
Yeah.
like that.
I think if we all
day
died,
the
we'd probably
YouTube
have an
doc.
article like Emmy Award winner dies with two friends.
Along with 2 vagrants.
Heck and Steve could do our funeral. It'd
Yeah.
be good.
Dude, Heck and Steve would be dope as doing that, honestly.
I'm selling a lot.
Roast us
Dave.
at the funeral.
You're selling a lot.
I sold inflatable today, Clydesdale. I
Uh-huh.
think I
From the
undersold
personal
it.
collection.
Selling a little of the personal collection. I just sold something. Vendu said I sold
One of your inflatables?
a Bolex. I sold a Bolex.
Rolex. It's what they.
Fake Rolex,
It's
a
a
Folex.
Chinatown Rolex.
Listen, this is actually an interesting one. We'll play a little guessing game. It's a Bolex Pilard 8mm movie projector.
Wait, is this a real thing? Are you making
Okay,
words up?
8mm movie,
movie projector, yeah.
Is it new? Is it used? Does it have a
Used.
box?
It's vintage. It's old. No box.
Well, look at me. Now that I can see, I want to guess by looking in your eyes.
$59.95.
I'll show you the item.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Mine-
$85
Old
plus
projector.
shipping.
How big is
$85
it?
plus ship.
That's what she said.
Big enough.
It's big. It's like typewriter.
I'm gonna go up a
thinner
little
than
bit.
a typewriter.
$75.
Okay. Wait, you can't just change your bet. What was your first one?
$59.95.
But then he didn't see it, and you
85.
did. So
Yeah, that's fair. We could
it's
change
fair.
it. You could
75
change
and
it.
85. Okay.
What is it?
It is 76.49. That's why I was kind of pushing
Ooh,
back because
see,
you would have won
he didn't
if I.
liked it. Exactly.
Yeah, if he
Dave
had-
doesn't want me to win. He
Yeah.
doesn't want me to be right.
Yeah, 76.49.
Matter of fact, we're
Stolen.
debating.
No, but it's the closest person who's over the price.
Oh,
We're
okay.
debating
You were under.
books today because they had Nancy Drew books, and I told him all about it, and he's like, no. He's got to call Philly Flip.
No, listen.
that's exactly
okay,
what happened.
actually happened is I'm talking to Kevin, and he's telling me
You're
Nancy
always on
Drew
the phone
books.
with some random. You were on with the Soda City Rips randomly.
Yeah,
Out of nowhere.
It's a big name.
I didn't even know you
It's
knew
a big
him.
name out there. We went to Del Taco with him.
Yeah, but I didn't know you had his number.
You don't go to Del Taco with someone and not have their number.
That's true.
What kind of a person are you? That's part of like life
No,
at Del Taco.
Shane never calls me.
Well,
Yeah,
Who are you?
Dave told me one time that if you don't have 10,000 subs, he doesn't give out his phone number, so he's broken his rule.
does Shane have 10,000 subs?
I don't know, but you gave
never
your phone
said
number out.
I don't think I said that.
Double check and
I'm like,
delete his
yeah,
number
I
if he
don't know
doesn't
what I
have
say.
10,000
Yeah, I'm
subs.
deleting him right now. I didn't even realize. Speaking of not 10,000 subs, Mike Death by Picker arrives in a little bit.
I know. I was told we were doing the podcast with him, which is why I wanted to lay
Get
down
ready
and take
for
a nap.
secondhand smoke and
Oh, yeah. Inhalation, yeah.
Coughing. Yeah,
he's
should
a
be good.
nice enough guy. We think.
want
We
I'm already
are not
tired,
endorsing Mike Death by Picker.
Yeah, if he ever does anything that gets him in jail or
We
something,
are not a fan.
We're not
Disowned
affiliated.
him.
Yep. We will quickly flip.
I'll visit in jail.
We
Would you
We can do the podcast.
What is it?
there.
Just conjugal.
Very good. Very good.
Gross.
All right, I've got one for you. Ross Avedon metal hummingbird lap tray.
Oh,
we're supposed to guess? Okay.
Yeah, just
explain a lap
one of the
tray
little
to me.
TV
for
trays,
TV dinners, yeah.
right? Except for
It's metal?
it's metal, and it's
What's the
it's got
design
a
on it?
hummingbird
Back
on
when
top.
Kevin was a kid, they'd have these, and like in between atomic bomb like tests that they would do, where they make you go under the desk and like once a week or whatever, they would eat off those. Highly radioactive.
So
$24.99.
and you know they go
gotta
on
be
the,
higher,
the
right?
little fold out
He's
ones like the
bragging.
little kids.
Yeah, he's
ones.
bragging. Yeah,
Gotta be higher.
The
Go
way
higher.
he's,
The little
the way he's
kid ones?
talking
Yeah.
to it with girth.
Do you know what I'm
gonna
talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they
just
have
one
the
of them
little
though,
alpha
right?
ones.
Just one.
I'm gonna
of them.
guess $49.99.
Two of them. Two of them.
I'm gonna guess $49.99 because you upcharged it
Two.
because they're fan. Oh,
It's
there's two of them.
Yeah, so I might
$100.
Would you like to see?
I'm
a
gonna
picture?
wait. I'm gonna reassess.
$75. How often can I change
Oh,
my
those
price?
are so lame. I'm
gonna go
I'm gonna go with the
$85.
I'm
I've
going
given
with-
8 prices.
I'm
so
going with
far.
your 49.
I'm going 85.
I'm going 49.
85 final answer.
$29.
Close.
My first bet was 25.
Yeah,
when
the
I thought
first
it was
one to be
1,
double.
and then I doubled it.
Yeah,
Double Dutch.
Yeah, one of them is in very poor condition.
I could tell.
Like me and Carrie compared to you.
I bought it from a storage unit guy, and he buys stuff and he sells online, but a bunch of stuff
recall
he just
asking.
throws out there, right? At $1 a piece.
Yeah.
So I paid $1 a piece, and I figured it was worth it for that.
So you,
Yeah, you got some new Hey Dudes.
yeah, dude.
No, these are actually. Oh, my mom gave me these,
Oh, nice.
but they're old.
I got these
Christmas
$170 on clouds. That I did not see it.
See, I saw you,
I don't see
and
it.
I didn't want to go online, so I just got Nikes at
Did
the,
you buy
at the
those
famous
new, Dave?
footwear.
Yeah.
so I could fit in.
I don't understand how people who go to yard sales and see deals like this could pay that kind of money for a
I
new
have
shoe.
never seen men's on clouds at a yard sale in my life.
Really?
I've seen women's ones. I've never
I don't
seen
see many
men's
up
on
where I
clouds.
was, but I went out to.
If you
matter of fact, I probably had never seen one, but I went to Arizona
Yeah.
and went picking, and I found 3 that day. I bought one of them.
So if you've never ever found the item at a yard sale and you want them, you have to just go. I could have bought it used on eBay.
Yeah,
that
he's
would have
a-
been an option.
Dave also needs like a child's size 5,
Yeah.
which is not easy.
But I
to
don't
find.
see it. Like I don't think I'll ever buy them again. I'm not impressed. Like they're not
I think
better than
Uncle
my
Steve,
$50
who's
New
the
Balance.
cheapest human being alive, wears on clouds.
Well, Rod was telling me they're like I got to go to a theme park. I can't really judge it until I do 26,000 steps.
No, I was at first day with these Nikes, and it was way better. And plus, these give me like an extra inch and a half,
Yeah,
so
but
I'm
what
like
were you
6'5"
wearing before?
now.
What were you wearing before?
I was wearing just
Like no-name Walmart
Yeah, I was
brand,
wearing
right?
Puma shoes
Yeah,
from Walmart.
I was wearing New
Well, I'm
Balance.
sorry.
I'm just saying.
I've
just saying,
changed.
Those are probably better than what
I've
you were
changed.
wearing.
Kevin can't call me homeless no
My
more.
point
'cause I got
is-
Nikes.
My point
Wait a
was,
minute.
I don't know that this is better than my $50 to $60 New Balance. That's
These
all
are
I'm
better than my $30 Pumas.
saying. Yeah, that's fair.
Yo, I've been
Fair.
bringing
And how much
these
were
guys.
those?
These were like $100, like
Yeah.
$90.
I just
Okay.
speaking of homeless, I just want everybody to know that Carrie bought me lunch today.
Yeah.
I felt like I've been
Wow.
bringing you along for years and years.
Yeah,
and
that
you
guy.
I
finally
love it.
have made
I love it.
Carrie's a
And-
card
If you would
daddy
have,
now.
yeah, exactly. I am a card daddy now. But if you
Thank
would
you,
have
Kate
tried to
McClure.
get 2 quesadillas, I wouldn't have done it. But you had a reasonable order.
Is that how they say quesadillas in Mexico?
Quesadilla? It's
I know
quesa-
you're very
it's-
fluent in
it's-
Spanish.
Look, you're human garbage. It's quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
That's right. There you go.
He doesn't think I speak Spanish, and I'm
don't.
fluent in Spanish.
We
but
went on Omegle, and
but
he
it takes
cannot
time
speak
for the
to
motors to go,
Spanish
dude.
people.
I don't speak it normally with you two. You know, you guys are not erudite enough to know Spanish,
You
but
were
I am.
swearing in Spanish today in the car.
He was
I was,
saying
I was.
naughty words.
I was. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, I was. So were you, though. To be fair,
true.
Kevin.
So
Some of the
when it
Kaipa
comes to
came out.
reselling, there's a big piece of news. I don't know if Carrie heard this yet, but me and Kevin were discussing it
Yeah.
last. And the Mercari guy got fired or resigned
Oh,
or
the
stepped
CEO?
down. Yeah, did you hear this?
I
Resigned.
heard about it. Yeah.
Macari USA. Just to
Yeah.
be
John
clear.
Quincy
But do you
Macari.
think
the
it has
third?
anything to do with the fees? They changed
Oh, that
the
couldn't be it.
fees.
You're not going to lose your job if you stop making money for
Well,
your company.
he did resign.
Yeah, but
Maybe
that's
he
a
wants to take
forcible
over Bonanza.
resign. Maybe there's
better
Maybe
offer.
maybe he traveled to Bedford and
My friend
participated in a
resigned.
bonanza.
My friend resigned from the company I used to work at, and he did not resign. Like he got brought into an office. They said you were fired, and then we had a company meeting, and they told us he resigned.
Maybe it
And I'm
has
like,
something to do with like
no.
when you post on Mercari, you never sell anything.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like they did the fee
Allegedly.
change.
It happened to me,
so.
though.
I think Dibdit put him out of business.
Yeah, Dibdit.
Could be.
Big Dibdit has spoken, and we've taken down our first victim.
I was selling quite a bit. It was my second best platform last year, and now Posh is my second best, followed by Dibdit might be my second best, but then Posh, and then Whatnot.
What about
And so-
Bonanza, like the real Bonanza?
Ooh, my Bonanza sales. I haven't had one in like 40 days.
Oh my gosh.
I've had one in like 400 days.
Yeah.
I might have had
Probably
one in
had more,
2013.
I also don't own Bonanza, which you do. So
I don't know why it stopped.
I love how
It's
many people
just
believe
completely
that.
stopped.
There's so many people that believe he owns Bonanza.
There's a lot of people who-
I've seen it in chats, like other people talk about it. I'm like, what the
Kevin
heck?
shilling his Bonanza site again, and the Bedford Bonanza, which, by the way, there was a lot of good descriptions. Why don't
Here's
you
the
pull up some of
thing.
those comments?
Yeah.
No.
Whatever you think it is, it is.
Yeah.
We said a Bedford Bonanza today was an elderly man lugging pornography into his van or whatever. 'Cause that's what he was doing.
Whatever Kevin's doing
It's
at
a
any
Bedford
given moment
Bonanza.
is a Bedford Bonanza. So him sitting there on his hemorrhoids, farting through them. Bedford
Exactly. He
Bonanza.
doesn't even have a butt pillow. He can't even sit barely
Does
right
it?
now.
Are you in pain right now? That chair
I'm
is pretty
having
good.
a hard time reading. There's some funny comments.
What do you think of that chair? It's pretty good, right?
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not
That's
bad.
a
It's
pretty
not
good
like
chair.
my blue chair in the cabin, but it's
You know,
not
I
bad.
just sold. So here's a Bolo alert for you. Do the music, the stinger, for Bolo alert time.
Bello!
So Bolo, that was kind of like the minion thing, where they're like, "Hello."
I don't know what it is. I just
Okay, so Herman Miller.
Oh yeah,
You know this Bolo,
Yeah, Herman
because
Miller.
you're a furniture guy. Do you know Herman Miller, Kevin?
I've heard
He's
the
the
name, yeah.
Ethan
Office
Allen
chairs.
of the Northeast. I just made
Well,
that
he
up. I
makes
have
a
no
lot of
idea.
furniture, but the office chairs are what I see most often at estate sales, and usually estate sales know, but sometimes they don't. I had a Herman Miller sale that I got on the cheap years ago.
I call him Herm.
We put it up on Facebook because I didn't like it. Here's the problem with it. They have it's called I think the Arrow is the one that's the most popular.
Yes.
At the front of it, it's all mesh on the bottom, mesh on the top, and then at the front there's hard plastic. And I usually sit pretty often like that, and then the hard plastic would dig into my bone on my leg. So anyways, I listed it on I had Tina listed on Facebook. Let me not take credit where
I
it's
think
not
the
due.
Bedford Bonanza comments are 2 videos ago.
Okay,
Because I can't find it.
I got you. So this Herman Miller chair, Kevin, office chair like that, listed it for I think 175. Tina got like
On eBay?
yeah, on Facebook.
Facebook.
Tina got like 50 messages in like an hour. And
So did you take it down and up the price?
no, we let someone come. He came all the way from Orlando and bought it for the full price. But I was looking, and there's people selling them for
Dude,
$300-$400.
$175 for an office chair?
A 2003.
Herman
It's a
Miller
20-year-old
himself
office
would
chair.
have to hold me up for me to pay that much.
20-year-old office chair. It was from 2003 was the date on it. So it's 20 years old. Brand new, they're like $1,400 to $2,000, depending on which one.
What is
you
it?
get.
Why is it so expensive?
It's a life chair. It's a forever
it's
chair. It's a
a-
20-year-old chair, and it's still perfectly fine. That's something. That has to be worth something, right?
Yeah.
A chair that you keep for 20
I
years.
better feel like I'm floating through time and space.
I didn't even think it was comfortable. I honestly didn't even think it was comfortable.
Yeah, shots
But
fired.
there's a following. There's a cult following for Herman Miller.
Speaking
It's
of
not
cult
going to be
followings.
visible, though. If you see an office chair, it's all black, mesh on the back, mesh on the bottom. Look underneath. It'll say Herman Miller. If you can get it cheap. Below alert accomplished.
Speaking of cult followings, Kevin won't shut up about Shop Commons.
Oh, my gosh. I made so
I
much
mentioned
money
it one
scamming my followers on Shop Commons. Oh, my gosh.
I made so much money on Shop Commons.
Dude, so
I'm
what's
gonna
your
have-
Bolo? It's
I'm gonna-
Bolo segment.
I'm going from half ply to full ply at the
Kevin's
cabin.
Bolo is take advantage of your followers. Now, what's your Bolo, Carrie? He
so
can't
nice
turn
to-
off the camera.
Well, I mean, this is a Dawn find, but we found the Franklin Mint princess dolls for
No, that's your find of the week. Come on, give me a
What?
Bolo.
Bolo that
Yeah, just a Bolo you know of from your past days.
Auburn rubber cars.
What are those?
Really?
Auburn rubber. Yeah,
What is
they're
Auburn rubber?
That's
It's
a new one.
it's
I
a
never
company
heard of
that makes little rubber cars back in like the 50s
Are they
and
like
60s.
pliable or hard?
Yeah, they're pliable and hard.
We're children. Is this
I
a
mean,
real
they're
thing?
at
What do
first they're pliable, then they're hard. But
what do they sell for?
I mean, it depends on what it is and the size.
$5, $100.
I mean,
How
Dawn
big are
picked
they?
one up the other day. Let me find like some examples. I don't know offhand like how much.
Auburn
some-
rubber car. I've never heard of this.
I've got one
good
for
Bolo.
you.
What's
This
your
is
Bolo?
one you've
This
probably
rubber
never
toys.
heard of
Yeah.
before. If you ever find puppets that have folk mantis on them,
He's not even saying it right.
You don't even say it right
Folk
now. What a-
mantis. Mantis.
Sorry.
Man, he said
Mantis.
mantis.
It's not a praying mantis.
Folk mantis. I didn't,
Dude, how excited are
Actually
you
thought
about
it was
the
folk mantis.
Yeah, I think Julian's going to go to the Universal Garage Sale.
Do you?
Yeah,
No,
he
you're
is-
Dave's on this
It's
the whole
fun.
time I've been here. Like, we weren't really going to go out today. I think the strategy is to get me out, give me enough garage sale footage that I'll just cave in.
Oh,
and
I
say
don't care
yes.
if you go. I don't want you to
I'll
go.
go.
I don't
Really?
Want you to go. Yeah.
Then why have you mentioned it 7 times?
Because I'm excited. I'm personally
Then
excited.
you want
about
me
it.
to be excited?
I don't
so like
care
I
if
can't
you
get
excited.
for some
will
reason up
think
here I
about
can't
it.
get pictures, but like there's some, you know, singular
Antique
cards.
Auburn Rubber Corp toy, $25. Yeah, nice. Indy
Auburn
5.
Toys.
Yeah,
So it's not just
interesting.
cars, but they're known for like their race cars and stuff like that.
I heard Avon bottles are good.
Dude, the chess set's the only thing
you have
that
an
might make you
actual-
money.
Yeah. Do you have an actual Bolo?
Well, I suppose I could get purple ab rollers.
Oh, come on, that's old. Give us something new.
we're
What is
tired of that, old
though?
Jazz.
I'm
Come
always
on.
on the lookout for them. Always.
I saw one the other
love
day. I
them.
just left it there.
Why? Oh, you're killing me, dude.
didn't
This
want
is
it.
Dave Cooking Daddy money. I'm
It's
telling
huge,
you.
Yeah.
Kevin. They're huge. You see how much
You
space? I
take
have
them
space.
apart. There's
Dude.
6 screws. They flatten out.
This
Okay.
dude could just make Chex Mix now, and he's set for the month.
Dude, I wonder how that video is gonna do.
Dude, the
today.
Chex Mix
is
was
so
amazing,
delicious.
dude. That was really good.
Yeah, we won't go into that. Okay, so that's your
gotta think
Bolo.
of a
Now
Bolo.
we'll let Carrie, because he does have something to brag about.
Okay, wait. I got one for you. So
Oh, okay.
holiday time. You know how Walmart does inflatables and they're really generic and they're really
Yeah.
cheap. If you can find the old style holiday time, they have old boxes. Like maybe you could have bought them in the 90s inflatables. They go for really good money.
I hate inflatables. Do you decorate with inflatables?
No,
They're
I
terrible.
sell them all the time.
They're so annoying. They fly over. You probably never decorated for Christmas outside.
Not really.
right?
We don't.
This
We're actually
is
doing
why-
it. Dawn's decorating right now, so she's getting it. She was at Hobby Lobby getting
Spuds
half off
McKenzie
mushroom
Christmas.
stuff earlier.
This
so.
is why, though, the blow molds do well, because they stay standing. The inflatable ones, they go flying every time it's windy. And then you have to go restake them and stuff like that.
Or if you did it right the first time, you don't have to.
I think it depends on the
Kinda
ground.
like a trampoline.
No. I think it depends on the type of
Oh, shots
ground
fired.
you have. So in North
Oh,
Carolina,
is it the ground that's the fault?
well, North Carolina was all clay, and it was very hard. And
I'm aware. I'm
and then
in Virginia.
here, it's like sand and dirt and rocks, and it's just like
And there's
comes
fire
right out.
ants.
So I think there's certain areas where they work really well, but here in the two
And
places I've
frogs.
lived, they're not.
I've
great.
seen
Yeah.
people even down here or in Myrtle Beach area. We went down there Christmas one time where they tie them to trees and stuff
Yeah, well, that's what you have
instead
to
of
do.
putting them in the ground.
That's what you have to do. Yeah. So Carrie has something to brag about. It's Dawn, of course. It's
This
Dawn.
is yeah. you
But
were
she
telling
had
us
some
about
crazy
this.
finds. Your
No,
find
yeah,
of
it's
the
in
week?
my latest video. You can check it out. Over 4,000 people almost have at this point, so you can join the club.
Dude.
On my
Might
latest
as well.
video.
Yeah.
No, Dawn
On
was
American
very adamant.
Arbitrage
She's like,
channel.
"Did you show the dolls that I made so much money on?" She really wants to.
You did.
Wanted everybody to know about it, but she found these. Like, and I always say, don't buy porcelain dolls. That's the funny thing. And they were Franklin
They were
Mint.
cool porcelain
They were.
dolls.
They were Princess Diana Franklin Mint dolls.
And then the first lady or whatever,
yeah,
Princess Williams.
the Jacqueline Kennedy
Jackie
Onassis.
O.
And
Oh,
those.
Jackie. Wasn't there the girl
There's
from
a
that
couple-
show Suits?
Oh, I don't know.
You know,
This is
like
taking too long. I'm bored.
But she did Princess Diana. She sold 2 different Princess Diana ones, one for $310 and one for $210. She paid $12 a piece for them at the Browns. I'm talking, we got to Florida at 5 p.m. and we were up at 5 a.m. And of course, I was chipper as hell. I was like,
He
let's
was.
do this. I had just finished my calisthenics, my hot naked yoga, and I was ready to go.
At
And
5 a.m.
and I inspired Dawn through that to find those.
I haven't gotten unused to the early morning because I was up at 4:30 today again.
Yeah,
And I have to. So when we go to the flea market and get him out the door by 5, it means I got to get up at 4.
I like how
I got to get
everybody
up at 4.
treats it like it's a project.
Yeah, I
'cause
gotta
it
get
kind
up
of
at 4.
is.
It kind of is. It's like a thing, and he was still late. He's consistently late. I will say.
By like
yesterday,
4 minutes.
Yesterday you did good. You were only
4 minutes is on
late.
time.
That was pretty solid.
Thank you.
But
It's
yeah,
my
he's
power
not more than
move. It's
15
my
minutes.
power move.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know I'm in control of one thing.
So the
Time.
house is coming together. You're getting
Oh,
it all
yeah.
decorated. Yeah.
Dawn's been like,
We're gonna take Kevin over there to
Oh,
look
yeah.
at it.
Dawn's listing today. Dawn dumped Carrie off today.
she's like
Crap, I gotta
she
babysit
let
could
him.
have come with us, and she just like
She's
nope,
coming over
you
later.
Got him all day.
No,
Babysit
she's
him.
like
Well,
so
we'll
happy to get rid of me.
And so
for
she
the
was
day.
in it. We pulled up after we went to 2 sales by ourselves, and we pulled up, and they were sitting in the parking lot for some reason here in the driveway.
Yeah,
And I was
that was
like,
weird.
"Oh wait, I gotta." Dave ran inside. I'm like, "Oh, I gotta go make Dawn mad because I found a bag full of Polly Pockets." And I get over there, and I'm like, "Oh, check it out, whatever." She's like, $20. You paid too much," which I didn't. It's gonna make
$20
a lot
was
of
a
money.
steal.
No, but she
Yeah.
had to rub it in my face that she found a bag full of them and paid $4.
You got to understand, Dawn is the polar opposite of me.
Yeah.
Dawn is ultra competitive
me.
and never forgets. She's like, what are the elephants that never
Yeah,
forget?
elephants never forget.
Do they
So-
really never forget though?
I
How do
don't
they?
know.
How do we even know if they remember
go
stuff?
wrong one and let's see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do we test that?
Like, you just be like, "Yo, elephant, yo, mama," and then just
They
come
don't
back a
even
year later.
speak
see if they
English.
know.
Most of them.
Well, some of them do.
It's because you tie them down or something like that, and they can't get away, and then so every time after that, you just
Why do
have
you
to,
know
like-
this?
I don't know.
'Cause
My
he
wife loves
does
it.
a lot of animal
He knows.
herding.
But elephant seems far fetched for Bedford.
Okay, so that's Carrie's big sale of the week. Kevin, what do you got?
Big sale of the week. I don't have
know
the
if I
whole
have a
week
big
pulled up
sale.
here. I
Big
can
sale
say
of the week.
I
Trademark.
left. I've sold
Don't steal
16
it.
things since I left, and that was what 2 days ago. No, I left yesterday.
No,
Well, I shut the
yesterday.
store down 2 days ago. So store's on vacation, and I sold big sale. This is a little bit of a surprise. Vintage deerskin leather jacket, size XL men's. Sold for $125 plus shipping.
My eBay is kind of dead right now, and I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why, but I guess
Are you listing?
one of my favorites could be the $50 comic I sold today.
Nice.
Who?
Amazing Spider-Man 32, 1963. It is. Who's in it?
Who's in
it's, the key is Man on a
Not graded.
Rampage.
That seems like a
No,
good
not
deal
graded,
for
just loose.
$50 for the 32nd Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's kind
No
of cool.
condition.
Who's even in that? No,
I
I
sold
put
a
condition.
Franklin Mint Harley Davidson Panhead pocket watch my dad found at a yard sale. He
Oh,
called
nice.
me up. I don't know if you remember this story. I think I told you I was
think,
going
yeah.
to Tennessee, and he's like, "You got to come up to this sale." And I'm like, "I don't have time," but I went anyways. And he made a little pile of stuff, and then I found a bunch of stuff that I've already sold a bunch of it. And I go over to the pile, and there's this Franklin Mint Harley Davidson pocket watch in it. Sold for $100.
What'd you pay for it?
Plus shipping. I don't even remember. I just know
So-
it was probably 15.
Do you use the draft bank?
Yeah.
How many do you have drafts right now?
My wife called and said that we need more drafts because she's listing. And so we had 33 yesterday. It's down to 11. But we did have like 90-something a few days ago.
How many you drop in a day?
Just depends on the day. Sometimes
like
it's 5, sometimes it's 40.
3
It
times.
sounds like it was 20 yesterday.
3 times, but that's like if I'm eating enough fiber.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I did 3 times this morning because of the Italian food.
Exactly.
Dave hasn't eaten anything all day, and I'm so full.
It is weird to be around Dave
he's
not
made
eating.
me food. He's taken me out.
It's
Carrie
2:43.
paid for
I
the
feel like he's
food.
hyper focused. He has the power of not eating for a day.
There is like a little bit of a superpower to fasting.
yeah,
Like,
and it's
you're
also
sharp
there's a little
when you fast.
pretension. Like you look
Yeah.
down on people.
Yeah, I don't understand why you guys.
You
keep
guys
eating
eat
food.
now. You're an eater, are you?
It does make me feel bad. He made this thing this morning, and there's 2 of them sitting there. I'm like, oh, he is gonna eat, and one was for Tina and one was for me.
Yeah, I'm just a giver. I'm
good.
only at 18 hours, so
18
I try to do
hours.
20 hours of not eating. So, but I will be eating a lot in a few hours.
Let me tell you, there will be
There will be much
hand to
eating.
mouth for 4
Yes.
straight hours.
I've already watched the overspending of Dave since I've been here. It's been 3 different
He
occasions.
judged me because I bought this new Buc-ee's
Yes,
shirt.
he walks
but dude,
into
I wear
Buc-ee's
these
down-
all the time.
Oh my god!
Look,
They're so comfortable.
But you don't have to buy everything.
Says the
you
guy
see.
who buys like $50.
Look at the shirt.
shirts
Look at
every
that shirt
day.
you're wearing.
Buy
You're
$50
If there was
shirt.
one place
I
you
paid
can't
$1.
judge
63
me-
years old. You
I
were
paid
a grown
$1.
person when that came out.
If you were to judge me on something else, I'd understand it. But
All right.
on
I'll find
T-shirts,
something
I can't allow it because this guy
How about
has a T-shirt for every video.
$16 car wash. Oh, just
That
he
was
didn't
free.
even need
that
it.
was,
That was
free,
free.
and I made content out
Okay,
of
no,
it
let's
for
talk
my
about
stories.
the car wash. Yeah, okay.
That
hold
was
on.
amazing.
We went to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's installed the
That was
car
an
wash.
experience.
And Buc-ee's
He's a
gives
giver.
you $1 off per gallon, up to 15 gallons if you get the car wash, which is $16. I got 15 gallons of gas for $1.78 a gallon. So it was $26 to fill 15 gallons. So it was like,
You got the $1 off, and
and that
You
included
paid
the
$1
car wash.
for the
for
car
an
wash.
extra
Yeah.
$1, we
And I
had
paid
the most
$1 for the car
magnificent
wash.
car wash I've ever experienced in my life.
was
So
kinda
okay,
cool.
so far I've spent a quarter of what he spends on T-shirts.
Yes.
One time.
You're
Dang.
crazy. I don't
How
spend
much
that
do you
much on
spend on
t-shirts.
your fancy T-shirts you wear in your videos?
80stees.com. Y'all get them for free.
And you get them for free.
They send me the shirt. I get it for free.
You
I give
didn't
one
used
away,
to.
away for
You
free.
didn't 6 months ago. 6 months ago, you were buying them from Cernock, and how much were you paying?
No, but
More than
I
15,
buy them
probably.
on people from Dibdit. I think I actually got this one on
Kevin.
Dibdit, I believe.
He can't
Either
even.
this
He
or
can't
yard
be
sale.
honest. Just tell us.
What? I've never paid $40 for a T-shirt in my life.
He looks like he's in a.
Was it cheaper than? Are they all cheaper than 15? Have you ever
No.
played more than 15?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. That doesn't count. And then the $1 car wash. What's the third one, Mister Hoity-toity, with his Oakleys, by the way?
First off, flying into Daytona.
flying into Daytona,
like,
which
money
is twice
isn't
the
even a
price
thing.
of Jacksonville.
No, it's not. It was nothing. Y'all, I had to run in the airport yesterday.
He had the runs in the airport,
No, I had
guys.
to run. I ran to get to the gate. Just
Guys,
to,
Don't
save
check
Dave.
behind the mirrors at the Charlotte airport.
I
if
was
I
the
were you.
last person.
Poo train.
Boo train.
I can't get
What's
out of
the
this
third?
podcast.
What's the third thing? I treated you to breakfast.
No, well, we
I
had a
drove
really
around.
expensive dinner last night. Dave pulled a quick one on us. It was trash to cash dinner. I was there,
Yep.
so one person benefited from me. Dawn and Carrie, so two people benefited, and Dave's whole family was there.
Which, by the way, Elijah didn't eat. Anna bought fries and a salad. And Callie, what did Callie
Look at
get?
him
She got the
getting
chicken
defensive.
nuggets off the
I'm
kids
gonna
menu.
guess chicken nuggets.
I
would be
turned
Charlie.
to Carrie and I said, since Dave does all the work, as we know from watching the locker room, I think it's probably
I
well
think
deserved.
my family's whole bill was probably, without me, was probably like $35.
Dude, I'm just playing with you.
So-
It was good. It was good food.
It was
It
good
was a
food. It
good
was on the
place,
beach,
yeah.
a nice breeze.
Yeah,
Very
dude.
nice.
It was
I've seen the
lovely.
beach like a couple times already.
Well, you live
Still
near
there.
it. You live. It's not going
Still
anywhere.
there.
Those rich people tax write-offs Dave is all enjoying now.
Don't kick the
good.
cord. It's fine to kick it as long as just tell me if Kevin's camera goes.
We
off.
found out
It's
that
Kevin's
Heck and
camera.
Steve is a front wiper as well.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there was a lot of front
What's
wipers in the
wrong?
comments.
I don't understand.
I don't-
And who admits it?
I think it's some sort of flex. Like if you lean back. I was trying to do it the other day, but I kept hitting stuff.
Look.
I have
Look.
poo everywhere.
Here's the thing. Some people don't even wipe.
The bidet people.
No, some people don't have bidets.
I want to
either.
be a bidet person, but listen, I went to Japan.
Now that I live in Bunnell, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who don't wipe.
Did you know in Japan, pretty much all
Allegedly.
public toilets have bidets?
Really?
Yeah. Hey, squeaky.
yeah, I just realized that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Why
like-
are they above you though? They just like rain
No,
down.
no, they're
Steve was
and
on these
here's the thing,
comments.
they're like crazy nice. Like the whole toilet has a bidet like integrated. They're like the Toto washlets. Look them up, guys. They're Bolo alert. Don't buy those here.
Why is it like Japan is in the year 3000 and we're like
Why don't we all have
1940?
bidets in every toilet? This is the question.
I've
We would all
never-
have such clean
Never
anuses.
used a bidet ever.
Which is why you always have a little poo particle on your butthole.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
It's, we're using, also, like, let's just talk about the lack of advancements in wiping technology because, first of
Yeah.
all, we should be using wet wipes, probably. You're going to get a cleaner experience if you wet wipe, then dry
but
wipe.
then you don't know when it's over.
Like, you wouldn't use a dry wipe for almost anything. It just doesn't make sense to thoroughly clean it.
Yeah. and
Like, go
that-
wash my windows with just a
and
paper towel and
does
nothing
a
else.
piece of, in Kevin's case, like quarter ply toilet paper really even disinfect your butthole?
He cheaps out on the weird
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, he does.
He really does.
He does.
I had to keep the good stuff upstairs. You guys were all there. I just,
He just gives us like the
He didn't let me
pieces of
poop.
notebook
Did
paper.
he let you poop
school.
in his house? He didn't let me. He yelled at me. When
That
I
is-
tried.
I
it
let
is-
Dawn and Carrie stay there by themselves
Yeah.
for a few days.
Yeah.
How was that? Did
That
you
was
find
Sophie
his
was our.
stash?
That's what. Yeah, Sophie stayed with us.
I would like if you identify which sales are from what highway sales. The videos are so far behind.
Okay,
They don't like that.
I don't care.
They-
It's life. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even tell them it's a highway sale.
Yeah.
On mine, I don't even quantify that it's a highway sale. I just am shopping. I don't ever.
I don't really.
I've been
I
trying
mix
to push
some of
away.
mine.
Here's
from
my
that.
hot take. I don't feel like we should even have to put comps. If you're interested in what the stuff's worth, you should look it up.
No, they want to.
Like I do it. But like realistically, wouldn't you learn more if you looked it up yourself? Just like with school. I'm being
They
serious.
might realize that Dave overcomps everything.
Yeah, it's the king of overcomps.
I
says.
don't overcomp.
26,000 on your
people
pornography,
that
Kevin?
Really overcomp. I use my own comps almost all the time.
Your own comps.
I do. I use the ones that I've sold or that I have listed, and some people get mad when it's
Yeah,
listed.
but
It's like,
you
oh,
buy
it's
them
not
from
sold.
yourself.
I'm like, okay, what?
You buy it from
Oh,
yourself.
yeah,
You fake
yeah,
the
yeah.
comps.
I definitely.
Him and Froggy Flips.
Yeah, he's shilling his own comps.
But if I can't find, I'll put it. I don't put the highest comp out there. I just don't. But there
It's
are
just so
some.
I
fair.
sometimes. I mean, I don't know. I
think it depends.
I
mean,
don't
you
comp
can't-
that much. I honestly don't comp that much.
I only
probably
show the-
comp 30% of my
I only
stuff.
show the unsold listings personally. That's
I
how
don't
that's how
count the
clear I
difference,
want to be.
I was telling Kevin this last night. There was a time where I was comping every single item. Mm-hmm. I don't do it anymore. There was a time where I was inserting a
apparent.
bunch of like
We
fun
can
facts.
tell. We
Don't
can
do it
tell
anymore.
you're no longer comping your
I
items.
have done many things. I let Elijah do crazy edits where one video was like 17 hours of his time.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing changes my channel's performance at all.
You're
No matter
almost
what happens,
convinced
it gets the
to
same
do
amount of
shorts
views.
now.
So now I'm just at this point, I'm doing it the easiest way possible. I'm releasing a video. It's a fun video. I do comps when it's a really
why do you
exciting
think
comp.
that is?
YouTube has just relegated me to a very specific
No.
spot.
I mean, why do you think that it doesn't change? Because it doesn't change for me either.
No,
I agree. If I
it's
comp
weird.
half the items or all the items,
It doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't make a difference. So
if
but
I talk
do
over,
think,
if Philly Flipper overlays himself half on the screen, doesn't make a difference from when
He
he
could
doesn't.
use the same photo for every thumbnail.
It doesn't make a difference.
Doesn't make a difference.
He's talked about it. That's one of the things that was frustrating him. Is it just like
I do think that
YouTube
it helps
is
with
weird.
branding to show yourself every once in a while. But I have the Flipper channel, so I don't do that.
yeah.
So I think that matters. But I think the comping, I'm convinced more and more over time that people, and that's why I leave more in my videos, people like to shop with
Yes.
you. They like to see everything. They like to tell you when you miss stuff.
Well, I used
like
to,
that.
and this takes more time. I would, and you and I think both did it with like hyper edit, where it's
Yep.
like find, like nothing in between, no searching, no not buying,
That was the old
things
part-time
like that.
figure style. He used to do that.
That's
like hardcore.
what I've been doing for like the last year, and about 3 months ago, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna, because people, they're not watching it less.
But
They
you
like
said-
to look with you. They
But
like
you
to-
said I spent too much time on you comping something. That's what I was doing. I was just going with
but
the
I
flow.
looked
I was letting
really
Nate.
fat in that
Oh.
shot.
I was just letting him know how inept you were.
So-
I didn't
Every fan
hypercut
in
it.
this house is old. Like you got vintage fans everywhere.
They work better.
Yeah.
You also, I know, by the way, if you ever hear Dave complain about his electric bill, it's because every light and every fan is always on. I go around turning them off all the time.
Well, to be fair, most of the lights are like LED. They don't really use that much. The fans use power, but the lights aren't using that much power. That's like an old guy thing to think that we're using the halogen light or whatever.
Oh,
they
yeah,
are
it's an
for
old guy thing to think that light takes energy.
but not much. Not much.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
It all adds up, Dave.
Einstein, Newton,
Yes.
chill out, okay? Too much science talk.
Fine, Oppenheimer.
Best
The
action
bomb
movie.
guy.
Best
Become
action movie of
Me
2023.
and Carrie went and saw Smile 2. Did we talk about that in the last
No,
show?
I would have liked to see Oppenheimer, which you hated.
I
But I
hated.
think I would have
Oh,
liked
it was good.
Too much Wang.
Yeah.
What?
A lot of
A lot of Wang in it.
yeah.
And
I'm
Oppenheimer.
serious. Yeah, it's just like
Significantly more Wang.
he
than
did
any
all
other
his
film.
equations nude.
It was a lot of Wang.
I don't remember if there was
Did
Wang
you
in
get the
it.
I have become death speech? Was it in it?
People don't say Wang
Ooh,
enough.
I don't think. No, it wasn't in there.
I am
The
become
Hindu
death.
reference.
I didn't like it. I think it.
Dude, I thought it was amazing, but I didn't expect it to be an action movie. I expected it to be about Oppenheimer.
Be like freaking. What's that one where they follow as like a continuous camera shot the whole time?
Oh,
through, like, the
1917,
trenches? Yeah,
which
that
was
gonna be like that.
amazing,
It was
by
a
the
great
way.
Movie.
Hey,
Best
Green-
war movie ever. Have you seen All's Quiet on the Western Front? It's a German one that they redid. Well, it's an old one,
Oh, they
but they
redid it?
remade it in 2 years ago.
I haven't
It's the saddest, most beautiful
The
movie.
Book
I'm not even
Thief.
joking. It's
The
such
Book
a great
Thief.
movie, but it's terrible.
Really good.
Harry
Sad.
Potter and the Sorcerer's
A
Stone.
beautiful. What is it? Beautiful.
Boogie
World?
Nights?
It's in Italian. A wonderful word. That's a good word. I like that. And Pearl Harbor.
Kevin was in that. He kind of looks like the
Pearl
guy.
Harbor.
So, Kevin, if you lived here, we could do the podcast in the same room
Yeah.
every week.
Well,
It'd be
some
kinda
people
nice.
liked it. Some people didn't. Some people thought that I
You
was
weren't
just
in
a
the
guest
room
on
though
the
in this
podcast.
last one. You were at your.
I do feel like you two
You were
looking
floating there.
longingly into each other's eyes on the last podcast was a little much. Me in the middle of that, like I don't want to be in the middle.
I want to
wanna
put like
put,
I've been trying to tell Dave. We got to put like little legs, different types of lower halves on you every episode.
I think we should. We should make all.
Is that
little
what's going to
fake
happen
Kevins.
here, Mike? Is this going to be in the middle of that, above the phallic symbol?
No, this is going to look like that right there.
Yeah, look at the screen.
Oh.
You can
okay.
see it.
I can
we're,
handle that.
we're recording. Yeah, it's fine.
Good.
But
I get a bigger
generally,
screen.
what's
I
that?
like it. I like it. My
We
belly's
have a
not
bigger
showing
screen.
like your bellies. That's good.
Yeah, but we're okay with it. We've
Yeah,
accepted.
we've
our
accepted the
obesity.
fact that we are fat.
Yeah,
I am
listen.
fat.
Well, we were all at the sale today, the 80s sale, and she did say that I was the only one who didn't look like I was old enough to be buying this stuff.
She said that to you.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you dress like freaking.
And Julian was next
Fix
to me,
it,
too.
Felix over there. You dress like a
He dresses
12-year-old.
like a narc, like what an old person
Oh,
thinks a young
I'm
person.
cool, guys. I'm
dresses
cool.
like.
He's like,
hello, fellow
send
kids.
me back to high school. 21 Jump
Oh
Street
yeah,
style.
Skid Row, 18 to life, right, kids?
I bought a Skid Row at that sale, Skid Row tape. That was good.
Yeah, that was.
Dave did hand me some stuff, y'all. He handed me some cool stuff. Care Bear stuff.
that
was
Estee
nice.
Lauder. I like
Not
that Estee
Care Bear,
Lauder
the
thing.
other
It's
Care.
cool.
Yeah. He wouldn't have wanted to sell that, though. It's not the thing you like crazy in
Tina
love
would
with
sell
selling.
something like that, probably not
Yeah.
me.
Well,
It's
maybe
not
I
really
should
my
sell
thing.
it to her. I could
There you
double my
go.
money.
Double your money. Yeah, she might buy it. Who knows? She'd comp it. She might buy it. Yeah, no, it was fun. I actually didn't think we'd do as well as we did for a Thursday.
I was
Yeah, I was
pleased as could
surprised.
be.
I never go out Thursdays. I know they're there. Every now and then
The
I'll
best
hit an estate
moment
sale.
was when we were at that estate and you're like, Carrie, come here, and there was a table full of cards.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
cool
I
cards.
knew I had time to look.
Yeah, at that point
Had
I
you,
was
had you
chill.
already seen the cards, or
No.
you hadn't seen them?
Dude, I was still in the first room.
Kevin's right. I'm kind of a finder. I'm fast. I find
Dave's
it
like
before
that
anyone
though.
else.
Like he
Yeah.
finds stuff for you.
Yeah.
Make
And
sure
then
you're happy.
I set you where you need to be. Then I go do my own.
Yeah, I'm
thing.
like, I just need to be
Like,
babysat.
so Carrie's got his bit of toys, and now I'm gonna go look at the toys.
Seriously, how it
And I just
is.
found some Snap-on and some Mac. I mean, it was
Yeah,
the dregs of it. It was the last.
it
Someone had
makeup?
already. No, Snap-on sockets.
Yeah.
Do you know what a
Strap-ons?
socket is? No. Mac tools.
I
You
know
Mac
what they
tools?
are. I know
Okay.
what tools are.
I
so
was
I found
in.
some.
I'm good at tools, guys.
Dave wasn't excited about my box I was digging through, but it was a box of old pencils and old erasers. And a lot
I
of
love
them had
that
the
stuff. I
boxes.
love old pens. I love
I'll
old
do okay
writing
on that.
instruments.
That was cheap because that stale was kind of expensive.
Yeah,
But
it
there's
always
so
is.
much. I was telling Dave, estate sales where I'm at, there's a lot of high end stuff, and I think they get rid of a lot of the low hanging fruit. They just get rid of it, and so there's not much to dig through. But even in an expensive estate sale like that, and it was pretty pricey, there was tons of stuff.
You just gotta find the
unpriced.
unpriced items.
Unpriced
That's
stuff.
how it works. Down
It's just
here.
like
You
any
find the
sale. You
unpriced
got to find
items.
the stuff they don't care about.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Or they just
care
didn't
about
have
any
time.
of it.
Yeah, like that's what I learned
Cheap.
after moving down here. Because for the first couple months, I had very little success at estate sales. But as time went by, I was like, okay, every sale has that unpriced set of things, and if I go to that stuff, I can usually get some deals. Because
Yeah.
when you walk up there, they're gonna say $1 or $2.
I
and-
had $100 worth of stuff that she priced out at $7, I think, and then Dave had found some sockets, and she had to go get her, I don't know, partner or husband,
It's just-
somebody,
I don't think it's her husband.
and he was going to price those. And I'm like,
We're like,
I'm not
uh-oh,
going to end up
eBay
buying
pricing.
these,
Yeah.
because he was looking to see what brands they were and whatever, and he said $8 for all four.
Can I be honest,
sweet,
though?
So 15, yeah.
I heard her talk to you. I was over on the other side, and she said, "This one's a Mac. I don't know about the other
Yep,
ones."
Snap on. Yeah.
I don't. Was he able to read it? Because it was hard to read.
I don't think so.
So I have
don't
younger
think so.
eyes than him, and I was like, I bet he can't, because I could barely read the Snap. They're older Snap-ons, and I was like, I bet he won't even be able to read the Mac and
Yep.
Snap-on on the other three.
I think he thought they were all Mac.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was Snap-ons in there too. So yeah, I don't know. It's
Happy. But
Like,
yeah.
what's the premium for a Snap-on
A
compared
socket?
to a Mac?
Is
Is a socket the thing that you twist?
Yeah, Snap-on sockets probably. It depends. 20 to 25, max like 15. They're both
Just for
great.
a little socket,
Just a little socket. Yeah, most of them-
$25.
Yeah.
USD.
Dude, I sold
lot
I've
better
sold
than
sockets for
$1
$80. Snap-on sockets, $80
people.
for one Snap-on socket. Yeah, if they're big, if
It's not a
they're
card.
deep
It's not like a
yeah.
baseball card that's autographed.
Dude, okay, so talk
unreal.
about those cards because
Yeah.
I thought that was a good.
There was some cool stuff in there. Like they had a. It's
That
one that
sheet was cool.
yeah,
uncut
it's
sheet.
like one of those ones that would be tricky if you weren't a card person because it was like '90s Bonanza stuff. So like a lot of that isn't valuable. Like the
which they
sets.
knew enough to price that stuff pretty
Yeah.
low, $10 for a.
But like
box
there
of
was some
clear.
really cool sneaky stuff. There was an uncut sheet of a lower end insert rookie set from 96, 97, which
Silver
All
and
in their
shiny.
college jerseys.
college
Silver
jerseys.
Kobe.
And Kobe in his Lower Marion High School jersey up in the top or up in the middle top. So that made that like they had a $30 price tag on it. I ended up getting like 20% off when I took it all up together. So I figured that would happen. I also got like some oversized Michael Jordan stuff new in the package, like big cards from like the 90s. You know, that go for $90. They had a $10 price tag on. So like weirder kind of what they would call oddball stuff.
You got
in the-
multiples of them?
I got several different types. I got large
Okay. And they're
Ken
90
Griffey
each?
Jr. cards that were numbered to 5,000.
I saw that Ken Griffey
that
in the
were
ad.
based
Those
off
look
the
cool.
'89 design. They're kind of different. It's like the prices you can't lose on. Wherever
But
I put
had
it, I'll
never,
make money.
I'd never seen that uncut sheet. I'd never seen.
I'd
that
never
large
actually,
Griffey
honestly,
ever.
I'd never seen. The set I'd seen cut. I'd never seen any of those things. I think in my life, I just knew that
Yeah,
they
they
were
were weird.
unique enough, and they were also the right person. If they were if they were Wally Joyner, it wouldn't have been worth
Hey.
anything. But it was Michael Jordan and Ken
Wally
Griffey
World.
Jr.
If you
so.
spend $80, what do you think you might pull out of the product?
I mean, 300,
three?
3. I mean, maybe more, but I say like you could fire sell it and make over 200. So
But since you're making so much money on these 1 out of 10 videos, it was well worth it.
yeah.
Would you whatnot those or eBay them?
They're going to be a little bit of everything. I'm going to mix them up everywhere. I think for the most part they're going to go on Whatnot for speed because that's my goal right now is to move stuff. I don't want to be a museum anymore.
Can we talk about the video game pickup you got?
Oh yeah, that was
So
wild.
we were out near
That's
Carrie's
right, we
house.
haven't.
And
Yeah,
This
we
is
haven't
how
talked
nice
about
Dave
that.
is, by the way. I just want to point
Dave
this out.
set that whole thing up.
I don't know, guys. It's just money. You know, I'm serious. Like, I just don't care that much about money. I really don't.
Until he needs it.
I want enough money.
I love
to be comfortable.
I love the yin and the yang between you two, because you kind of don't. And Kevin's literally 5 minutes into seeing him from his trip.
He's
like
talking
down
about
here.
Dibdit sales.
Like, and it's not even like
1
money.
cent.
He's like, we made 3 cents on this Dibdit sale. I'm like, why are you telling us this? It is kind of interesting, though.
Hey,
I respect
you guys
how
made
much.
28 cents on the trip through the Buc-ee's drive.
No, I love that. You're telling us that.
I think that
You always will have that teacher who struggled to like make the extra buck inside you. You're always going to be that guy, no matter how rich you are, and you're obscenely rich right now.
Yeah, I think that you get. Listen, I think that you get, and I think this is actually there's statistics around this. There's a certain amount of money that you have, and I don't know what that number. I think it's like I've heard it recently, but your life doesn't get markedly better after a certain amount of money, right? Like
100%.
it just doesn't.
100%.
There's a certain amount, like if you're not making enough, if you're struggling to get by, you can't buy groceries. Obviously, there's a certain amount that will buy happiness. But beyond that, and I've had a job. I was a really good sales guy, and I had really big years. I had 1 year as a sales guy where I made like $280K.
Oh my gosh!
It was I blew it all. I literally blew every penny. I didn't even put into retirement. I just blew it all, and it didn't make me any happier.
Yeah.
And I think that gives you a really good sense of perspective. And I had a friend that worked with me. He was in stocks, and he was like the guy who does the broker, like, you know, Wolf of Wall Street style.
Yeah, like a stock guy.
And he had a year where he made $600,000, and he was working for $30,000 a year at that job. And he's like, I'm happy now. And it's like you've got to kind of just. I think I'm to that point where I'm like, I don't need every haul. I don't need every big buy. I don't need everything.
It also helps to be in the land of milk and honey.
Yeah, I know I can find more stuff, but I also like.
I'm telling you, man.
As long as I have enough, I'm okay. And so if Kerry came down here, I was excited about him being here. That's exciting for me. And so I try to get him a really good deal, get him into the Florida zone.
That literally was.
And so I go to a yard sale, and he had not really bought anything yet. And I was like, hey, do you have any video games? So I asked her about cards. She said she wasn't willing to sell them, but she does have them.
That's the best thing about going
I asked
yard
her
selling
about
with
video
Dave.
games.
Yes, every time. I don't even have to.
I asked her about video games, which I don't do that much with video games either. And she's like, yeah, I have them. And I convinced her to bring them out. Yeah. And she brought out the video games, and it was like probably the craziest calls I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, Carrie, you're buying them. And I told him to get back on them.
I cut it out of my short because we didn't have our cameras.
She was hemming and hawing.
So I was holding my camera up like a TikTok savant over here. Yeah, at some point you just don't care anymore. Film.
Yeah.
And she was hemming and hawing, and then I'd given up pretty much, and then you kept pushing.
All right, finish the story. How much did you pay? What's it worth?
$300, and
I think it's $2,000 to $3,000.
I don't think it's that much. I think it's over $1,000 though.
So basically $25,000 less than the calendars I bought today.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think it's that much.
But
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
The cool thing about it, though, Kevin, is we can sleep
amazing.
at night.
I mean, there's a whole stack. There's a bunch of Pokemon.
The other thing is, like, and that's why I kept telling him to record it, too. Like, I knew with his following, a video game, haul like that could make him maybe $100, $200 in content.
True.
As well.
Like, I think the Instagram's at 150K, the Instagram reel, and the TikTok's over 100K, I think. Or no, it's at 50
you made
or
12
something.
cents on Instagram.
Yeah, 12 cents.
Instagram doesn't really pay.
But like,
then
it's money. Yeah.
It's the same thing with Kevin. Like today, I take Kevin out, and I found him stuff because I want you to have fun, and I want you to get content. You flew all the way down here. It's expensive.
He did help me out with some Disney stuff that I wouldn't have bought.
But I'm not like, there's sometimes where I desperately need footage or desperately need
Dave really knows the
like
Disney furry market down here, and I'm glad that he could expose you to it.
Yeah, no, so he's talking about, I found an Avatar tail at a yard sale.
I would have never seen it.
And I've just seen them at
the
theme park.
Are there like adults going around Disneyland with
a
tail now?
Yes.
Adults, not like 30 years. Well, maybe.
No, 30, 40-year-olds will have that tail on.
The tail.
I've seen it at the park.
I can understand. The ears are, and maybe like the little shoulder buddies.
They'll wear the ear
tail
too, the shoulder buddies, And so, like, I've seen that at the park. I know they sell it for $30 or $40 when you get off Flight of Passage in that little shop there with the really... Okay, so if you go on Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom, there are these blue gummies. They're sour gummies. They're so good. I don't even know what flavor they are. But they're delicious.
Yeah, I know. They used to sell those outside the shop at Pirates, outside of Pirates in Disneyland. Good. Yeah, we used to buy those all the time.
Yeah. Anyways, in that store,
I feel like, having gone to Universal recently, I feel like these places are just there to make money.
Yeah.
Like they're everywhere you go.
I
It's
felt
like
we
give
went-
us more money, please.
When we went through the drive-through, I thought this Dave or the car wash. I'm like, Dave wants to go. It's like an amusement ride.
It kind of
They
felt
had,
like
the
it.
bat signal, but it was
They-
Buc-ee's.
that was
shining
cool.
Down in the car.
That was cool though.
it was
It's
a good.
the-
It was a crazy good.
Kevin, you should get a
Jordan.
bat signal like that with your logo for your
yeah.
trailer.
Oh yeah,
For your
dude.
so you got your trailer and you just got
It's
like
like
the Commonwealth
the
picker
Bedford
light.
Luxor just
Goes up
shining
in
up
the
into
sky.
the sky.
It is nice because I'm thinking last time I was down here, I'm thinking I got to take all this stuff home in my little truck. And now I know that
You can
Mike's here with the giant
without
trailer,
reservation,
and
yeah.
I can just pick
Exactly.
whatever.
Mike
Although
is-
unless he loaded that thing up.
I don't think you could have loaded it. Wait, you went real southern for a minute there.
Hey.
Loaded that thing up.
My wife, I got on the phone with my wife.
I almost
right
believed
before
he
I
was
came
from the
up
south
here,
there for a second.
and I told her, I said, I did so good today on a Thursday, and we hit 5 sales. She's like, when are we moving? When are
She
we
wants to
moving?"
come down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Florida,
but
dude.
she's never been through a Florida summer. She hates the heat too. She loves.
Florida
She
summers are
hates the
hard.
winter up there.
Florida summers are hard.
And I'm just like,
Kevin,
there's no
you're
way
the
you can
kind of
deal with
guy
it.
who could maybe have a summer home.
Dude, you're
Dude.
just fomenting. This is ridiculous. We don't need a
Lake
summer home to be
house?
happy. Dave, you know
Lake
me.
house?
I
But
could
you
live in the
love
shed
money.
in the backyard.
You
I do
love
not need
money.
a dime.
It's your false idol.
It's bull.
Admit it.
Have
absolute
money,
bull.
happiness.
He has a tattoo of a money tree on his arm.
No, it's a penis.
Oh.
It's actually a penis. You didn't know that?
That was a money tree.
No,
I
it's a
don't know.
penis.
My wife knows this is true about me. I could live I literally could live in a shed.
Yeah.
I
no.
do not care.
Yeah, I feel like you have to
care.
live
No,
there
I'm-
quite often, honestly.
I'm just saying, you could live in Florida. You could live in Florida and you could
Based
have
on how
summer home.
often you have women with cleavage in your thumbnails, I feel like you have to be in the shed
If
sometimes.
I could ever make Cooking Daddy money, I would buy a house down here.
If Cooking Daddy made half the money Commonwealth Picker made, I'd be real
know.
excited. What is the dog barking? What is happening? Maybe
I don't know. I'm
Amazon.
up here.
So, Carrie, let's talk about the saga of your package delivery up where you live.
Oh,
It just ends up anywhere.
oh yeah. So we're out in the country. I'm more country almost than Kevin at this point.
By the
except-
way, I love it down there.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was picking Virginia down there.
dude, it's beautiful
It
out
was
there.
country. I mean, it's country.
It's very
Well,
country out there.
I did not realize it was like dirt road to our house.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
when I first got here, it was dirt road. But I ordered a guitar and they just put it by like a fence out, I'm glad we found it basically. And then we basically had them placed all over the place on the
Yeah.
property, which is a pretty nice big property, which is the exact opposite
I
of what we
dropped
were
it off.
dealing with
Check this out.
in Vegas, where you could hear the neighbors.
I think
Stealing
that-
it off the front porch.
I think my favorite package story, though, was Carrie and Don were pretty concerned because their card tables never showed up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They never showed up.
'Cause
Can't
I-
find the
yeah.
card tables. Did you see the card tables? No, I didn't see the card tables. Maybe they're here. Maybe
Like
they're
3
there.
days
Hey,
later.
Alan, have you seen the card tables?
Yep.
Like 3 days later, I'm like, whatever.
I'm
happened to the
opening
card
a
tables?
package and it's like covers for a card table.
never
So I
ordered card
ordered
tables.
very expensive card table covers, which Don has told me a week ago to return. Which I don't even know where
How
they
much
are.
were they? Like 50 bucks?
There's like $40, I think. They're nice. It's like for like poker or something.
I heard you got some really nice dressers too.
Dude, good deal on dressers on Amazon. But I like whatever a kid's dresser is. My dresser is half that size and made out of
Is it like
particle.
this size? This little
Like
table here?
the little bigger than that.
Yeah.
But I'm rocking the tiniest little.
It's like
mini tiny things,
like
if we're being honest, but
on eBay when
dresser.
there's
Kevin always
really-
says you don't have a lot of shirts, so I guess it's okay for you.
No, I
Just
I
one
bought this
drawer-
I bought my
one drawer full.
MXPX because I'm moving here and you love MXPX. I love MXPX.
When are you gonna
buy
rock
it
your
on
Universal
Vinted.
shirts you bought?
Oh yeah,
You
See,
should
I haven't
crack
even-
those open.
Here's the thing: if Dawn doesn't put it out for me, I don't know where it is.
I'll text her that she's got to put that.
I don't
out
know
for
where
you.
the shirts are, and I
that
don't know where my
tomorrow.
clothing is.
Yeah. All right, what, Kevin?
Don doesn't lay it. I said, why don't you buy your shirts on dibdit.com and off all
A lot
the
of good
t-shirts?
deals. over on
Dibdit.com.
Dibdit.com.
It's where America shops.
Dee-dee-dee. What are we eating for dinner? I'm
Hey,
thinking about
that's-
food.
I've
I got
eaten
food
enough
on the
for
brain.
3 meals
Yeah.
today. I'm good. I'll just snack.
What do we do?
It's it's not. It's a job. You want to
A
hang out with
filet
Dave? It is a
mignon.
job.
Oh, you're so old.
Dude, we get home. We've been gone all day. You haven't stopped all day. I just wanted to sit
I woke
down
up at
on the
4:30
bed for a
too.
few minutes, call my wife,
You were there for
Just
30
breathe.
minutes.
Yeah.
How much break do you need?
and
Yeah.
Dave's like, "I'm going upstairs to get the podcast."
We
ready."
know what you were doing for most of that 30 minutes, Kevin.
Hands
alone in your
hands. With his calendars.
Exactly. He's like, everywhere I look, there they are.
All over the walls.
I want to sell one before I leave.
You should, yeah. They rub it in our face.
Right? No, don't rub it in our face. if
I will
possible.
say that person was a viewer of Kevin. She was a big fan.
Yeah, she wanted a sticker.
Did you have one?
Yeah, I gave her one.
Did
She
you have
gave
your
me a
fanny
hug.
pack
Little
today?
fanny-
I didn't notice.
Yeah, he had his fanny
Yeah,
pack
I gave
on.
her a sticker.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I actually was holding back because I knew she, knew who we were. I was going to use that because the T-shirts were $2. I was going to be like, I got a great deal for you, $1 a piece on the T-shirts, and I'll give you a sticker. But she wanted the sticker right off the bat. So
The key with like Kevin, like we talked about, like being in Kevin's footage and like ruining it, right? It'd be great
I tried
if we just.
hard.
It would have been great if we would have just held the calendars that he bought for just behind
in
him the
every
whole
shot.
time, every
Every
shot,
shot
and
he
then
was
let's see
there.
if you would have been proud
should
of it
we
at that
show?
moment.
Should we put a picture of how I was greeted at the airport on the podcast
Yeah,
today?
we
Could
should.
we
Yeah,
like
we'll throw it.
overlay one in?
Put
At
it-
the end. We'll
put
put
it-
it at the end. 'cause
put it
I'm
in the
not gonna
post roll.
find this, yeah.
I get off the airplane. Oh my god!
People.
I just called Dave. I'm like, I'm all right. I'm here. Where do you want to meet me? And then 2 seconds later, I see these two clowns with this.
Well, he
with
didn't
this
realize.
sign.
I didn't even answer the phone. Daytona is so simple. That
Oh,
airport is
Let me
fantastic.
tell you, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I waited at Charlotte to get my carry-on bag that they had checked. They handed to you right there. I waited for 15 minutes while my flight was leaving to get it, and it was 12 feet away from the stupid thing. At Daytona, I literally got off the plane. It was sitting right there within 2 minutes. It was crazy. I didn't even have to wait.
And then how about the walk to the parking lot?
Oh, that was terrible. Dave's parked in the front row. Took us like 30 seconds to get to the car.
It's such an amazing airport.
Right
Nice,
by the
clean.
speedway, you could hear.
Beautiful.
You could hear the ghost of Dale Earnhardt driving
There's-
around the track.
So there's an
Wait, too
airport
soon.
like that up in Connecticut. It's even like less pomp and circumstance. Like you go out on the jetway or whatever and go upstairs to get into it, right?
Yeah.
And it's in New Haven. And my brother lives in, what is it, Walton, North Haven, North Branford? Anyway, he lives like 10 minutes from it. But there's this company called Avelo. And Avelo does a flight from New Haven to Daytona for $60
Wow.
each way. So it's
Yeah, my
$120
flight was cheap.
round trip.
Like $160.
$120 to
What
go
is it?
from my
Is it
brother's
like on a
backyard to my
paramotor? What is
backyard.
it on? Like a
It's
plane, an
it's-
airplane?
It's a nice old, very, very old Delta plane, probably.
Lynchburg
DC-12.
is nice and small. The problem is you got to get there. The same crew who checks you in helps you board.
What's
so
that?
you have to be there early to check in.
Okay.
The same crew that does all the check-in at the counters,
Or
they all
actually,
leave
like, the
that,
flight crew?
and then they go in and they're the boarding crew. The people, checking stuff and whatever.
Oh.
So it's the same group of people, but it's a small airport. It's nice.
I just wanted to check
Tax
to make sure I
write-off,
hit
by the way.
record. I did.
Carrie, you'd like this. You'd like this. I sold a
That would have
shoe.
sucked.
I sold a shoeless Joe Jackson bat. Still with the, how they make bats and they have the little knobs at the end of them so they can spin it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you were telling me the other day you don't think he even cheated.
No, it's sold for $105.
And it was a bat, like,
It was
A
just
commemorative bat,
yeah,
or-
it
Oh,
was a
Dawn's
Louisville
here.
Slugger.
Oh,
It was
Dawn
a
is here.
commemorative.
Dawn is
bat.
here.
have
Did she
Dawn-
come in? Look out the
Very
window.
cool.
I can look out the window. Hold on.
Really
I
cool
could look
bat.
out. I
Let
mean,
me call her.
just tell her to come in.
Sold an ink cartridge for
It was like 15 minutes ago that
$159.
she got
Like
here.
toner?
Toner, yeah. One of the drum toner ones.
Or a toner, daddy.
Good stuff.
That stuff will sell.
It's crazy. People pay so much for ink. Are you calling Dawn on the
I'm
podcast?
calling Dawn. Well,
You gonna ask her
she
to
might
call
be
up?
just standing
So she can
outside.
brag about her Polly Pockets
you in my
that are
house?
better than my Polly Pockets.
I'm outside with your daughter. We're taking pictures.
Which daughter?
Can't remember.
The younger one or the
remember.
older one?
Can't remember which
Annabelle.
one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure you got in.
When my daughter
Bye-bye.
met
She is
Carrie's
here.
or Don or Dave's kids in Lynchburg, we're on the way home, and I was like, "Well, what'd you think of Dave's kids?" And she didn't know their names. After sitting with them forever, she just kept saying the boy and the girl,
The boy and the girl.
the boy and the girl.
That's what I say about.
No, which one's the boy? Which one's the girl?
Dawn is here.
Honestly.
Yes.
We can end the show probably.
Okay, sure.
Probably long enough.
Yeah.
It's a little different. We're
It wasn't
We could've
good.
gone live. We could have gone live right now,
We still can, Kevin.
We could still
the
go
world
live.
is our oyster.
but then we'll talk about the same stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll
But after,
No,
maybe,
we
maybe
would-
we go live on Sunday at the garage sale.
I like that idea.
That's not a bad
We could
idea.
do that.
We should
Make
go
a little
live
money
together.
'cause we know you're not going to be selling anything for good money.
No.
Cheap. Dave,
I'll probably
we
do a
wa-
video about
This
it.
is Dave. We walk in the garage, and he's literally after we get back from yard sales, he's selling me crap out of his garage. Immediately on the way back. He did
For a
give me
loss.
deals. He
For
did,
a loss at
he
that.
did give me deals.
Yeah.
Hey, not every picker understands sunk cost like Dave does. Dave's like,
I'm a
I
master.
bought it, immediately sunk.
Immediately,
Immediately sunk.
Doesn't matter what I sell it for.
Sunk
It's already been
cost.
spent. Whatever. I mean, it's freaking granny square blankets. I'm
That
never
is
gonna.
you.
Nice granny square.
No,
though.
nobody sells a
I
granny
asked
square like
a
you
couple
do.
of grannies today to give me a deal on granny square blankets.
How'd it go?
And they didn't. They gave me a deal on the Care Bears.
What'd you pay for those ones? Did I give you a better deal?
For the you gave me a better deal. I paid $5 a piece, but they weren't granny squares. There was one that was, but they were perfect condition, large size Easter colors.
Okay.
I'm like, I'll sell them on my Easter Diptid show. So
Nice.
it's good. I like it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Trash to Cash signing off.